Hello everyone and welcome back to I Love EditorX. So this tutorial, I guess many of you are waiting for this one. Basically, this tutorial will talk about how to move elements based on the user mouse position. As you can see, when I change the position of my pointer, the images react to it and change its location based on this mouse position. And as you can see here in the top, we detect all the time, we detect the pixels from the top left corner. So based on these values, we can animate our elements. So the whole credit needs to go to Moran Frumer from Velo. He just add this article to the Velo community. I also will add this article to the video description. So what it says basically is it shows us a way to track in mouse move with Velo code, and he is showing this code how to create this effect. So let's go to the live demo, and right here we have an arrow that always point to the user pointer, as you can see here. And he also add a template for it. So basically you can go to this template and save it to your account and see the code and how everything is working. But there is something really important, that you can apply this, you can activate this behavior only if you have a premium site. Why? I don't know exactly why, but I understand that this is something related to security. He talked about it here and in other forms, and it's based on custom element. All right. The truth is that I never work with custom element, and this is the first time I play with it, and I don't really understand everything about it, how it's work, but I was able to recreate this effect and even doing something that suit to my needs. All right, so let's see the templates, and basically I already have it. This is built on the classic editor, but it will act the same in EditorX. So how do I add custom element? This is the classic editor, but in the Wix editor, in the EditorX editor, you basically go to embed in social, and you have here custom element, and you drag it wherever you want. All right, so let's go back to the example. So here is the element, and we have an arrow and text to display the coordinates. All right, so let's see what he did. So this is the page code, the code that run only for this page, and let's format it a bit so we can read it. All right, so first of all, let's see the definition of the custom element. I just like to mention that there is an article about how to use a custom element, and you can read it. And there is also they are deep explaining exactly how to use it, and there is also an example, so you can play with it and you can get a better understanding how it's working. All right, so in Moran example, so let's go to the definition. So I go to choose source, and I can see that it selected a Velo file, and here we have only one Velo file. It's called mouse move, and the tag name is called mouse move, same as it's not has to be identical, I guess, but in this example it's identical. So let's go to the code side, to the code files, and here I can see I want to search for this file mouse move JS. So he created a folder in the public code, and here I have the mouse move. So the custom element generate this code, all right? And basically custom element allow you to talk directly with the DOM, and which is the only element that can do this DOM manipulation. So what we have here, basically I won't go deep, but this is the function, as you can see, that read the mouse move. This is pure JavaScript. Is trigger the event when the mouse move, and then he send the coordinates, which is the client X value and the client Y value. And what it does is it go to the get the element by tag name mouse move. We can basically because I don't have a premium for this site, this is the example, I cannot see this code running. So if I will go to the live site, so you can see the arrow is not working. But in Moran version, you can see that this is has a domain. So, and you don't have the banner here, so this is a premium site. So why this is why it's working. Alright, so mine is not working, but it's good enough for me to understand the code itself. Alright, so back to the mouse move. So it dispatch event, the custom element, and the name of the event is core, right? I mean, I hope I'm right. I'm not really sure, but anyway, if we will go to the homepage code, you can see that in the onReady we call custom elements 1. This is the ID of our custom element. If I select it, so this is the ID, custom element 1. On core, this is the event that we just called here. So what it does is it returns the event, and the event, what core send, basically it sends the details. It sends the X and the Y of the user mouse position. All right, it's, as you can see, X equal to client X and Y equals to client Y. So he passed this information to the with object called detail, and here we call you see the text value is mouse location plus event detail X and event detail Y. This is why you see these text values updated, as you can see here. Okay, this is mouse location, this is the X value, and this is the Y value. All right. Yeah, and in Moran example, it does another thing, that it gets the arrow position and the arrow direction. Sorry, this is set the arrow direction based on the event details, the mouse position, and this is another method that get the physical width and height of the element itself, so we can understand how to rotate it exactly from the middle. I mean, I'm not quite sure this is exactly what's happening here, but we managed to make it work, so I think it's good enough. I need to learn more about it, but to get things rolled, I think it's good enough. Okay, so right here it gets the physical property of the elements, which is the arrow, and you can see here this is the vector image 1, this element, vector image 1. All right, so bottom line, this function return the user scroll position, which this is the important stuff that we need, and we get it right here for this is the event information. All right, so now let's do it in our site, in my site, just to see. This is a premium site. I make it premium special for this tutorial because it's really important. So let's do exactly what Moran's do, and on our premium site, so you can see that this is working. So what do we need? We need a text element to display the coordinates, right? I will set it to be 90%. This is good. All right, and this will display the mouse coordinates, right? And we need the arrow. It can be any shape, but let's get an arrow, and we'll make it black, and let's center it. All right. All right, so now let's now we need to create these functions. All right, so let's create this folder. I have already this folder because I already use it, but let's recreate it. Okay, instead of mouse move, I will give it I will create another file and give it a bit different name. Okay, I will call it mouse move okay, this is so I have two of them. I will use the second one. All right, so let's go to this. Let's copy all this code to my site. All right, great. And now I need another file called arrow rotate. I will copy all this code, and I will create another file, arrow rotate, and I will paste the code right here. This code is used to animate the arrow itself. Basically, you can put this code in the home page or in any page, but because this is a public file, you can access it from any other page. This is why it's smart to do it like in separated file, and also it keep things organized, so it's better to do it this way. Okay, so now we have these two files. Let's go to the home code and let's copy it and paste it in our home. Alright, so now I can see that I have an arrow. This is the core text. This is display the coordinates. So I need just to update this element with the right ID. And we need to remember that we need to set the source of this custom element. So we need to select the Velo file, and now we select the second file, the mouse move version 2. And what is the tag name that activate this one? It's mouse move. And let's see why it's called mouse move, because we'll go to this file and you can see that this is the name. This is the tag name that we gave to the custom element. All right, the mouse move, I think. All right, so let's publish the site and let's go to the home page and let's refresh it, and you can see that we get the right values. If I will go to the top left corner, it should be something like 0, 0, but I have this top browser, but you get the idea. So the arrow is not working, it's not rotating, and I can guess that this is because this ID of the vector image, I will call it arrow. I need to set here in the public file of the arrow rotate the right ID. So this is the arrow element ID. I need to change it to my arrow, and let's republish the site and let's refresh it again. It's not working. Why it's not working? Let's refresh it again. No, it's not working. What is the problem? The component parameter is required for the animation method. Let's see. Oh, maybe, yes. I need to change arrow rotate JS, and let's see, custom element. This is the right ID. Let's see, make sure, yes, this is the right. I will go to the mouse move and why it's not working? Arrow rotate. Oh, because I have it also right here. So I will do slowly. This is arrow and this is also arrow. This is basically the element that we are animating. As you can see, the timeline add and play, rotate. All right, and here is all the calculation how to rotate this, what direction to rotate the arrow. So let's go back, refresh the page, and now you can see that the arrow is working. All right, so right now we finish with recreating the Moran articles example. So now let's do this thing. Okay, where I can move elements with my mouse move. Basically, it's the same as Moran. I mean, we get same value as in Moran example, but we use it a bit differently. So let's go to my page. It's the mouse position, and this is my design. Basically, I have a full screen section, a 100 VH, and I have lots of images inside of it, right? And I have this text element, we don't care about it, and I have this info box, okay, same as Moran example, but I use the code a bit different, but the similar thing is this one, custom elements on core. It gives me back the client X and client Y, and now I can play with the elements. So let's go to the original mouse move, my mouse move, and you can see it's a bit shorter because I remove the parts that I don't need. Basically, I need only this part, and this is this is sent the information to my to create a new script and run this code inside the custom element. And so I didn't use the rotate, I didn't use this file for the arrow rotate because I'm doing all the animation within this page itself, and you can see just in a second. Okay, so this is the important stuff. We get the client X and the client Y, and here, same as Moran example, I update the text right here on the top. I update the values, and now I need to animate the images. Okay, so I divided the whole images to two groups. I call it big move and small move. Okay, and you can see in my live example that when I move my cursor, you can see that some of the images moved take like a big movement, and some of them small movement. And you can see this image with the lamp, it has like a smaller move than this image with the bed. All right, this is give you like different feeling. I will show you exactly what I mean. So let's remove the small movement, and I will publish the site, and you will see now only the big movement group of elements moving. As you can see, the whole movement element that move belong to the big movement element. All right, and now let's do the opposite way, the small movement. And you can see that this is the second group that move. Sorry, why it's not moving? Oh, because of this, I think. No, it's not moving because why it's not moving? Anyway, it's not important, but I don't want to wait for this to work. But anyway, so we have two groups. This is how I move. I will show you why I did it. Basically because here I have a function that says animate hero images, and I send the client value and the client X value and the client Y value. Okay, so here I have a simple timeline animation, and this is the big movement element. This is array of images, and you can see that I move these images on the X as the client X, but I divide it by 10, so the movement will be much smaller. So now, just for the example, I will show you what happened if I'm not divide this value. I will get really tough movement of the images, and you can see they all like coming with me. This is because the group is moving as one unit, because they have same value for the two of the groups. This is why I divide it, and also give it different values to the divide. Okay, so the small movement is bigger number than the big movement, right? So basically this is it. I mean, really simple. You don't need to really understand everything, but you just need to know that you get the X value and the Y value, and now you can play with it. All right. But also another thing that I did is I make sure to make this animation only when this section is visible to the user. And how I do it, basically I have here a boolean that check if hero is visible. So what this function does, basically it says hero section, which is this section. I call it hero because it is the first. You can see this ID, hero section. So hero section on viewport enter, when the user scroll to it, okay, this is viewport enter. This call viewport enter. This when the section is go out, is called viewport leave. All right. So on viewport enter, I set this boolean hero is visible to true, and when the viewport is leave, I set it to false. And then when I'm about to animate the hero animation, this function of the animation, I ask first if hero is visible. So only if it's visible, I call this function. If not, I just print don't play the animation. And you can see it right here. I can open the log, and you can see right here it says nothing, which is animate the hero images, as you can see. But when the viewport here, it's still moving, as you can see. But when this section is going out, you can see that it logs don't play the animation. All right. So basically that's it. So the important thing is this function. Okay, what it says basically is listening to the core event for the custom element, and basically it's what it does, it's listening to the document body event listener mouse move. Right, each time the mouse move, you get it's getting you back the user scroll mouse position. This method, I mean this article, what Moran shared with us, we can do amazing thing with it. Amazing, I'm telling you. So here in this specific example, we used the mouse move element. All right, but we can also use the user scroll down. Okay, so scroll up values, And then imagine that you can there is a strong effect that when you scroll down you can see elements goes in and out from the screen and stuff like this. So I will create a tutorial about it also. Basically it's the same, but instead of mouse move we called scroll. Okay, and then I passed a different value from this, but I will create a video about it. You can do crazy things with it. I mean, really crazy things with it. So this is really exciting. So I encourage you to play with it, even if you don't know exactly what it does, all this code. I mean, again, to be honest, I don't know exactly. I never used it. I need to learn about it. But bottom line, it's working. I get here the values and I can play with it the way I want. So that's it. I'm really excited about this discovery, and I'm really thankful to Moran for this article. And of course I will add link to this live example and to the Moran article, so you can read about it, and also to the basic article of how to use a custom element. So yeah, so go and create crazy stuff with it. That's it. Until next time, keep building amazing site on EditorX.